quick question. Does the word God, does it make you tense up a little? Not because you don't believe in something greater, but because you do. What you've experienced is so much bigger than a story you were handed as a child. Stay with me on this, because I'm about to tell you about the day that I accidentally broke a tree with my consciousness. I know we were what, and what it taught me about the divine. For lots of us, the reaction is physical. Someone says God. Just let it feel that in the body. And in a Christian context, and something in your chest, it just contracts. You just feel icky. Yeah. You can talk about all day. You could talk about the universe, the divine feminine, and even ancient gods and goddesses. No problem. But just that word, in that way, the body remembers. And usually it comes from Sunday school. If you were in a convent, if you were in a teaching Catholic school or what have you, behave or else. You know, the man in the sky with a clipboard keeping score of every thought you've ever had. And even though your mind knows better now, even though you've done the work, read the books, had your own experiences, there's still this residue. There's not rebellion. It's unprocessed fear dressed up as spiritual bypassing. And I get it, because I've had moments like this. And one moment in particular, with a tree, may I add, let me tell you what happened. And this really did happen, which blew my mind. And I really got it bodily, emotionally, psychologically. I really got this. So I used to do my morning walks in Scotland when I was in Scotland. I'm now a digital nomad and I travel the world. But I used to do this daily walks in Scotland, and it was a hike. It used to take me a good hour going up this really steep hill with waterfalls and just real beautiful scenery. And the rain was intense as I got there. I'm sitting in my Range Rover and sheets of it are coming down. And I thought, no way am I walking in that waterfall. So I actually and I know that if I visualize me walking up to the waterfall and back down again, I know my psyche, my body is feeling the actual exercise that I've just done. So I'm walking up, I can smell the rain-soaked earth, I can see the waterfall, and there's certain bits I'm at, and I stop and I look. And at the end, I ask, like I always do when I meditate, what do I need to know that I don't know? And the answer comes almost immediately. And it just says, you're connected to everything. And I go, what do you mean you're connected to everything? Now, I'd already connected to that energy before. And I would have likened it to, and I always say this, it's like touching God's hand, so that people will understand who do think of God as that consciousness, they will get it, because you can't explain it, yeah? So what I did was, my consciousness, my soul goes into a leaf, goes into a bird, and I feel these all in one, simultaneously. And I know you would put me to the loony bin and think, what is she talking about? But trust me on this. So I say, show me a definite. So I go into a tree. I'm about 400 yards away. And I'm fully merged, my consciousness, not me per se, that would be a bit stupid, but my consciousness is actually merged in this tree. I know it's woo-woo, but this really did happen. And I'm in this tree, it's bucketing down. And I can feel the energy of the tree. I can feel, and say, what is this? It feels a bit wooden. And I just feel that energy as I'm sitting like in the middle of this tree that's about 400 yards away from me. And the next thing, I hear this almighty crack, like deafening sound. So I jump out my meditation, sitting in my car, and hear the tree that I was sitting in, not just a branch breaks off, the actual half on the trunk, the tree cuts in half. It splits in half, it opens, as if lightning had struck it, and it just opened, literally clapped. And I was so in awe. And then I got it. I absolutely got it. I got my understanding of God. And because in that moment, I really did realize something. I wasn't separate from the tree. I wasn't separate from the storm or the bird or the leaf or the earth. There was no me praying up to something. There was only this, the current of life moving through everything, the same intelligence growing the bark of the tree, beating my heart. That was my God. Not a being, not a judge with a clipboard, yeah, saying you'll get into the pearly gates, not a father figure waiting for you to get it right. God is a frequency of creation itself. And you're not outside of it. You never were. Now, here's where it gets messy, because for a lot of us, it's not the word we're resisting, it's the baggage that got attached to it. And one of my practitioners just today asked me, I believe in one creator. I honor the gods and the goddesses. But when someone says God in a Christian way, I shrink. It triggers me. And even if I see people celebrating, am I missing something? Oh, I really felt that. Hence why I thought I would do this video. Especially for people who watch like Doreen Virtue, who built a massive spiritual platform and suddenly turned around and I renounced it all and said it was evil, rejecting the very gifts that she once celebrated. I don't know how many cards I had of Doreen Virtue. And I just laughed at this when I seen it. But it shook a lot of people up. So it plants a question, if she said it's wrong, does that mean about me? What does it mean about me? Anything done from love cannot be evil. Love doesn't divide. Love doesn't shame. And love certainly doesn't need you to renounce your power to prove your devotion. The divine, it's not a club that you need permission to join. It's the current that's already running through you. It is. It's everybody, running through everybody. So no, you don't have to go back to the religion that hurt you. And you don't have to call it God. If that word still carries too much weight for you, yeah? But what if, just what if you could reclaim it? Not as a story, that you were told, but it's the truth you've lived. God is the moment you felt held by the ocean, as the pool of the full moon, as the wisdom that comes through when you finally get quiet. But what if? What if you could reclaim it? Not as a story you were told, but this is the truth that you've lived, that you feel that consciousness, you feel that spirit team, you feel that energy that's in everything. Now, God is a thing that split that tree open and cracked me open as well. You're not praying to the divine. We are of the divine. And when you remember that, you really do stop begging for miracles. Because what you do is you start co-creating them. Because it's you that's restricted yourself into these concepts. And if God is triggering you, what in the past did God mean as a child? Was it Sunday school? Was it a Catholic church? It could be anything. The priest, So here's my question to you. Does the word God expand you? Or does it still tighten something inside? Because both are okay. Both are sacred invitations to keep exploring. So let's talk about it in the comments, honestly, openly. No judgment, just a conversation. And if you want more of these kind of discussions where spirituality meets real life, no BS, and sometimes you're having a wee magical tree there, come join us in Spiritual Awakening Academy, where you can get where you can get some facts, science as well, and some quantum healing, soul grid healing, so many things. Thanks for being here. See you in the next one, maybe in the next tree. See you later.